Good afternoon, everyone. It's me, the lottery guru himself, Arthur Lomax Jr. If you don't know, I'm Arthur Lomax Jr., aka the lottery guru. I created a method that runs the Pick 3, Pick 4 lottery daily. ABC News, WPBI, Channel 6 here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, shared a news story about me and my invention on February 14, 2012 at 12 o'clock in the afternoon at Rising Center Shelton in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at the 7-Eleven on that corner. I contacted Kenneth Moten, I contacted Kenneth Moten after seeing him one day downtown. I seen him downtown near the courthouse doing the story, and I walked up to him and said, "Hey, Kenneth, Mr. Moten, how you doing? My name is Arthur Lomax Jr. I have an incredible story to tell you." And that's how I met Kenneth Moten, downtown Philadelphia. Um, and he told me he'll reach back out to me, and I thought he was pulling my leg. About a couple days later, he called me and said, "Mr. Lomax, our station is interested in doing a story about you. But first, you're going to have to give us the winning lottery numbers." So I started giving ABC News the winning lottery numbers, y'all, for about 6 weeks. Winning lottery numbers, man. And that's how they shot the news story about me. A couple years later, after they didn't show my news story on TV, TV show Shark Tank came to town, and I said, "Here's another opportunity for me to prove to people I'm telling the truth about this." So I went down and auditioned for Shark Tank, y'all. I stood in line. I'm gonna put the video and everything on my page. I stood in line, and it was a few hundred people behind me, and a young lady from Shark Tank came up and asked me what was I here for. I said I invented a way to win the Pick 3 lottery daily, and I told you affiliate in Philadelphia already shot a news story about me. Here's my paperwork. Here's my producer. Here's my reporter. Here's all my emails from ABC News. She looked over everything and said, "Hey, you gotta tell the truth." So from there, I went to the second round of the judging, went in front of another judge. She asked me what I was here for, gave her the same spill. She told me go in the back and wait for the producers. Went back there and sat down there. It was about us and like 10 other people or 9 other people back there. And I waited for the producer of the show. Producer came there, told me I was one of the finalists, and they're gonna fly 3 of us out to California. Never heard anything else back from Shark Tank. So I started my own show, started my own podcast, started giving out winning numbers live. And that's why I'm at today, y'all. So here's it. This might must be talking about me. Today I was on the phone with a lot of people this morning, and my folks in Georgia, 679, this came out straight in Georgia. If y'all remember, when I did those blackboard, when I did the rundowns for Florida and New York, 976 was the heavy number. You go back and look at the day that I did that workout, 976 was the heavy number. I told y'all that the numbers travel from Florida to Georgia to South Carolina. And it's hit all three of them, y'all. Hey, Victor, I'm getting ready to call you in a minute, Victor, because I already know you hit straight because Victor follows instructions every day. So I already know Victor hit straight. So I'm going to call Victor and tell him to make a video of himself cashing out in Georgia. That's my friend in Georgia that wins all the time. Everybody could be winning if you just follow instructions. So yesterday, you know, let's see what hit, y'all. California. The young lady from California that I was talking to all last night. Gotta remember her name. Got so many people. What is that girl name? Whatever your name is. 538 hit California last night. And so did 2875. Y'all all know 2875 from the 28 rundown man that I talk about all the time. 28 rundown man. He played 2800 through 28A. Hey County, nice speaking with you also. From 2800 to 2899. What is this girl name? Oh, she's on my phone. What's for Georgia for the evening? What is for Georgia for the evening? Call me after this, Mundo. Call me after this. 1-856-375-7379. Amundo, 1-856-375-7379. I told you to play 120 through 120. through 130. You come back with two numbers. All right, moving right along, y'all. Colorado, 188 and 167. 176 is a hit. Doesn't make a difference where you live at when you're playing the right numbers. PB Bryant and them. The 460 is a hit, and the 146 is a straight hit. Delaware, my cousin's Booby and them. 452 is the purple box. 347 is a hit. 1362 is a hit. 7959 is a straight hit. You already know. My address 7958. You already know. And the pick 5 hit. 36845. That hit too. Florida. So Florida been on fire for me, y'all. Florida. 789 hit, 187 hit. 290 is the purple box. 390 is the purple box. So if you followed instructions, once again, the people in my private group, all you have to do is listen and follow instructions. The people who don't win is the people who don't read the instructions. No, not yet, Eric. I got to get to it. I've been working on a lot of stuff. I'll get to it today, Eric. And the people who don't follow instructions, don't listen, those are people in my group that don't win. And the instructions are self-explanatory. A child could follow them. But some of y'all don't even read them. Some of y'all just do what y'all want to do. Well, what y'all been doing for yourself hasn't been working. So I advise you to listen to me. Florida. And plus, I invented a way to win every day. So I think you should listen to me. Georgia. I just got off the phone with a young lady in Georgia. I told her, as I'm speaking to her on the phone, y'all, Georgia hit straight. As I'm speaking to her on the phone, Georgia hit straight. I'm giving her the list. I'm giving her instructions, telling her what to do. And as I'm sitting here telling her, Georgia hit straight. And I told her that Georgia's been hidden. Georgia's been hidden, y'all. And consistency is the key to winning. You got to be consistent in your efforts. There's nothing in your life that you can do halfway and be successful. Nothing. So Georgia hit so far this month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 times for me. Georgia hit 17 times this month for me, and it's only 8 days. 8 days. It hit 3 times yesterday, Keys. 4 times, 3 or 4 times already, 548. Yeah, we still on it. So there's no flip, there's no mirror, there's no sum, there's no grid, there's no personal workout that's going to make you win 17 times. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I've been studying this for more than 30 years. I've been on Facebook for the last 11 years. 11, what I'm talking about? Last 15 years. I started in 2011. And I've been looking at everybody's workouts and flips and mirrors and sums and all that stuff. And I know none of it work on a consistent basis. And I'm going to say it again. I hit the lottery every single day. I don't give a damn what none of y'all say, none of y'all think. I know I hit every single day. And the people inside my group know I do too. And I put my videos of myself out there winning. Not no pictures or no tickets. But 190 is the purple box. But videos of me winning. And your eyes don't lie. Only people want to sit there is the people in denial, y'all. Sitting there, oh, this ain't real. Da, da, da. Well, guess what? You got a smartphone, be smart. Use Google. You got a smartphone, be smart. So, what's called hit back to back, y'all. Friday got 548. Same 548 I told y'all to play. I don't know what the problem is with people not being able to follow instructions. I was a supervisor. 237 is the number I play every day, Daniel. I was a supervisor. I made sure everyone that was on my staff followed my instructions, y'all. We work together as a team. There can't be a weak link in the team. I have 4 people on my team, y'all. And if you called out that day, that means I got to do all your work. I got to take all your customers. I got to take all your customer calls if you called out that day. I used to hate when people called out. That means I had 10,000 lenders, y'all. 10,000 lenders across the United States. And now I got to take all your phone calls because you ain't feel like coming to work today. I had Countrywide. I had NCNB, North Carolina National Bank. I had Chase. I had um, um, I said Countrywide. Countrywide went out of business. Um, I had like the whole East Coast and kind of like the West. Those are all my lenders that I did refinancial work for. And I took phone calls all day long, y'all. All day long from the lenders and the customers, all day long. That's what I did when I used to refinance mortgages. Yep. And I was a national account rep. And I was really good at my job, y'all. I was a national account rep for Radiant Guarantee, y'all. When I told you I was making 20 something dollars an hour back in 2004, that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing, y'all. Yep. And all my lenders respected my work because they know I got the job done. I used to get all kinds of gifts. Matter of fact, y'all, what's the name of it? The National Underwriters Association. The National Underwriters Association wanted me to come there and speak at their conference. That's how popular I was. They wanted me to come speak at their conference. Yep. So anyway, y'all, back to this lottery stuff. All states, John. All states. Illinois. Susan E. Wells, give me a call. Hey, Susan E. Wells, when you get in, give me a call, Susan. I need you to I need to make you hit the pick four in Illinois, Susan. I need to make you hit the pick four in Illinois so you can cash out some pick four tickets for me. 2865, straight hit, Susan. That's what I'm talking about. 2865, hit straight. And 2822, Susan. Yep. People, this is not hard to win. No. I got a call from a gentleman today. And life is all about making the best of your opportunities, y'all. I've always made the best of my opportunities, y'all. Y'all know in 1983, I was standing on a street corner, smoking weed, drinking 40s. Wonder what I'm going to do with my life, y'all. In 1983. I suppose I've been going to college. I didn't want to go to college. And what was I going to do with myself? I was 18. I had an apartment. I just moved in my apartment with my girlfriend, y'all. My girlfriend was like 20. I was 18. I got my first apartment. And I was wondering what I was going to do with myself. I knew I couldn't be a busboy or a dishwasher and dip water ice in the hot sun for the rest of my life. And I told y'all the story 1,000 times. All I used to do was sit there and stare at that bank across the street, y'all. Stare at that bank. And I see all the people come out that bank dressed up every single day, y'all. And I was saying to myself, I want to be like that. That's what I want, y'all. That's what I want. I want a nice suit. I want some wingtip shoes. I want a nice Brooks Brothers suit. That's what I want. I went to school for computer programming. Did really well in computer programming, y'all. IBM computers. And I was at the bank probably for about 9 months or something. I'm pushing around my mail cart, y'all. Everybody remember to play 120 and 129 today, all states. So I'm pushing around my mail cart, and my supervisor, Pat Braxton, came up to me and said, Arthur, what type of grades are you getting in computer programming school? I said, I got like a 90-something average. I'm doing really well. She said, let me see your report card. So I gave her my report card. She saw my grade average. She said, all right, you're doing well. She said, there's an opportunity down in the International Trading Division in charge of operations. Would you be interested in that? I said, international trading. Well, yeah, I guess so. I don't know nothing about no international trading. I'm just a mailman. So, what up? What up, Doug? It was nice talking to you. What's up, Bruce? Patricia. So I'm pushing my mail cart, y'all. Pushing my mail cart through the bank, handing out mail to everybody. And then Pat said, Art, Ed, the vice president want to see you upstairs. He want to talk to you. I said, Ed, what I do? I dropped a mail. I lost a check or something. I said, oh, shit, I hope I ain't in trouble. So I go, he got a big ass oak office, y'all. You got the buzzer to get in his office. You got the secretary there, leather couches and all that stuff. The whole nine. He's the vice president of international trade, y'all. So I go in there, said, Mr. Lomax. He talked like Dracula. He said, Mr. Lomax, I understand that you're interested in the position we have open down in international trade. We need someone to operate the computers down there. We need somebody to operate computers down there. Is that something you'd be interested in? I said, sure, why not? Sure. I didn't think about how much it pay or nothing, y'all. I just knew it was better than being a mailman. So then he said, take this material home. I want you to read this material. I said, okay. So he gave me a whole bunch of books on corporate trading. How to trade French francs, Italian lira, Japanese yen, Mexican peso, Canadian dollars, Deutsche marks, Japanese yen. Y'all see, I still know all the currencies off the top of my head. It was 7 currencies back in 1983. Look it up. There was only 7 trading currencies back then, y'all. So then I read all that stuff. I studied it and stuff. Studied it over the weekend. Wow. 28.75. 28 rundown, man. Where you at? I get back to work on Monday, right? Hey, Wendy. And then I'm walking around, y'all. My supervisor come up to me and said, Ed, want to talk to you. And she said it with a serious voice. I was like, oh, shit. I must be in trouble. I go up there. I sit in the office. Ed said, Mr. Lomax, did you read the material I gave you over the weekend? I told you he talked like Dracula. I said, yes, I read everything. He said, you ask you a few questions. I said, sure. He asked me about 40 questions about trading. Straight hit Michigan, 190. He asked me about 40 about trading foreign currency, y'all. I've never been a corporate trader. Everybody seen the movie Trading Places. That's where I worked at. Trading Places is the actual place right across the street from me. I worked in it. I worked in the they called it the financial district in Philadelphia, y'all. And my broker was Goldman Sachs. That was my broker back then, Goldman Sachs. So he asked me all these questions. I answered like 36 of them right. He said, report down to the trade. He talked real smooth. So I go downstairs, and all I see was a whole bunch of white people working, all running around on the computers over there at their desk on the telephone. They on there talking, screaming and shit. That's all I see. I said, how you doing? My name's Arthur Lomax, and I'm reporting here to speak with Bruce Cobb. He said, I'm Bruce Cobb. Nice to meet you, young man. Have a seat right there. Turn that computer on. All right, here's what I need you to do. I was like, this is what you need me to do. He said, yeah, you about to start right now. Huh? I said, what about my mail? He said, don't worry about your mail. We'll get somebody to take care of that. That's how I got my job in corporate trading, y'all. Then I looked around. The funny thing about that story, y'all, I looked like I was like 15 years old. I was 19. I looked like I was 15. So I looked like a little kid there. I weighed about 150 pounds, and I looked like I was 15. So people walking around like, what is this? Bring your kid to work day? Who's this little kid sitting here? I look like a little kid sitting there, y'all. I was all little and skinny, glasses on. I show y'all a picture. Little, skinny, and glasses on. And I'm sitting there, all these older adults all around me. They're all in their 30s and 40s and 50s. And I'm 19. I'm 19 or 20. And I'm 20. I'm 20 by then. And I'm sitting there saying, damn, I can't believe I'm sitting here working here, y'all. Now, here's the other crazy part. All my friends who were mailmen, they handed out mail just like me, they had to come over there to the corporate trading area and give me the mail. So that was my first encounter with prejudice within our own race. That was my first encounter. They started getting jealous of me because I moved up the corporate ladder. And they give me like dirty looks and smirks on their face and all that kind of stuff, y'all. So I'm like, damn, what's wrong with them? Damn, we was just eating lunch together just the other day. We was just chilling, just eating lunch together the other day. And now they looking at me like, yeah, this motherfucker think, oh, excuse me. Oh, he look like he made it. Look at him. He think he's somebody now. He's sitting there with the vice presidents, and now he think he's somebody. Look at him. That's how they is treating me, y'all. That's how they is treating me. My own friends, it was just my friends on last Monday. Now, since I got a promotion, they looking at me like, oh, this he think he's somebody special. He think he did. So I kept doing my job anyway, y'all, and I moved up the whole corporate ladder. I was the assistant to the vice president of international trading for about 2.5 years, and they relocated our whole operations to Pittsburgh, and they gave me an opportunity to move to Pittsburgh, and I didn't move Pittsburgh because I didn't want to move all the way out there. Everything in life happens for a reason, and I stayed in finance from 1985, y'all, to about 8 or 9 years ago. To about 8 or 9 years ago. And the funny part, y'all, I was playing the lottery at the same time. I used to go out at lunchtime to play 376, 379, 369, y'all, at the same time. And the movie Trading Places was filmed on the corner of my block. Where I worked at is where they filmed Trading Places at. If y'all seen the movie Trading Places, that's my job right there. That's my job. When that guy puts the drugs in his pocket and he walks up to Eddie and not Eddie Murphy, why can't I think of his name all of a sudden? And he walks up the steps and goes to the club. Why can't I think who's the star? Eddie Murphy and now I'm going crazy because I'm getting old. Eddie Murphy and Trading Places. Dan Aykroyd. I should know this. I used to go to work at 7 o'clock in the morning to see them cleaning up the sets. They were still working on Trading Places when I first started there, y'all. So I used to go there early in the morning to see them clean up the movie sets. Jamie Lee Curtis, Dan Aykroyd, and Eddie Murphy, y'all. They filmed it right on the corner of my job. And that's the field that I work in. So getting back to the lottery, y'all. If y'all ain't never seen the movie Trading Places, it's like a classic. Everybody has to see Trading Places. It's like a classic movie. From 1985, y'all. Yep. This is Trading Places. Everybody's seen this before. And y'all think I'm bullshitting you, but they filmed it on the corner of my job and across the street. Trading Places was Duke and Duke. Really the Fidelity Bank. See it pop up. Fidelity Bank. Fidelity Bank in Philadelphia. You can do. Look, changed to the Wells Fargo, but it was Fidelity Bank. There, go right there. And I worked on the corner. They filmed the whole movie. No, basically the whole movie right around my job, because we were the central banking location in Philadelphia, and that's why I worked there, y'all. And it's crazy. I was just like that character in the movie, y'all. I was just like that, which is kind of crazy. I wish I had my pictures from when I worked there, y'all. I think my buddy got some pictures of me when I worked there. Kind of wild, y'all. Wild and unbelievable. I told you my whole life is just unbelievable, y'all. One day I was playing football in the middle of the street. Next thing you know, I was sitting next to the vice president. So, Indiana hit, y'all, 369. Where the Indiana people at? Where the Indiana people at? 369 just came out. And Georgia has got this 679, but 679 at. And I can't see. Why ain't got 679? Because I can't write. 3, 4, 5. Ain't no 6. Oh, that's why we said 679 was gonna come out too. Because I put 4 2 times. I write too fast. Yep. Supposed to have been a 6 right there. 5 and a 6. Look at the 5. I missed the 6. That's the other reason why we said 679 was come out. Because I messed up when I did this. And that's why I was the heavy number 2. Yep. Costello Bingham. Did that come out of Kentucky, Costello? Oh shit. All right, Costello. Hey, Costello, could you make a copy of your ticket and fold it over for me? Can you make a copy of your ticket and fold it over for me, Costello? And if you can, Costello, make a video of yourself cashing out, if you can. So, people, this is so easy to do and win. If y'all just listen. I just showed y'all this yesterday. Oh, my page. I just showed y'all this yesterday. There's nothing to fear but fear yourself, y'all. That's one of the oldest sayings in the world. There's nothing to fear but fear yourself. And people are so afraid of what they may gain or what they may lose instead of what they may gain. People are so afraid, y'all. But life is about opportunity and taking chances. You can't just sit there. So I was asking my friends which one of these pictures look better. Picture with my hat or with no hat. A picture with my beard or my goatee. My goatee or my beard. I was asking my friends which picture looked better. And my friends won a whole bunch of money. So I hit the 397. Send me $1. You hit the 397, can you send me $1? 4 quarters. Put it in an envelope and send it to me. Send me 4 quarters in an envelope. All right. That's my 49ers stuff. I'm a huge 49ers fan. I'll be in California for the game. There you go. I put it on the other day. Put it on the other day, y'all. So all the people out there that's struggling, you guys don't have to struggle. And I ask all y'all to tell your friends about me, tell your family about me. You never know what a person's going through in their life, y'all. Your cousin may be struggling, your best friend may be struggling. You never know. A lot of people struggle in silence. I remember when I was living outside, a lot of my friends didn't know I was homeless. A lot of my friends saw me coming back and forth from the recreation center where I used to wash up at, but they didn't know I was homeless. And I tell y'all that God brings people to your life. And I call these people the angels on earth. God brings these people to you. The man that used to give me food, the man that used to give me food was the same man that see me dressed up going to work every single day, y'all. Every single day I go there and get a cup of coffee and some donuts. Every single day. The next thing you know, he see me. Next time he see me, I was looking like Dan Pookie from New York City. Next time he saw me, I was looking like Dan Pookie, y'all. He never asked me what happened to me. The same thing with the maintenance man at the recreation center. He used to let me come in and wash up and use the showers. He never say, "Damn, dude, you fell off. What happened to your suit? What happened to your briefcase? What happened to your tie? Now you look stinky and dirty. What the hell happened to you?" Never asked me anything, y'all. Just told me I could use the showers. Those are people that God brought into your life for a reason. My friends who let me live in the basement. He was a friend of a friend. PB Bryant, what's up? He was a friend of a friend, y'all. Not my direct friend, not my close friend, a friend of a friend. And he let me stay in his house because I ain't had no place to go. Yep. I was just talking to him yesterday. Thanks, Valerie. Thank you. I'm glad that I can make a difference in y'all lives. I'm glad I can help y'all. And our people gotta be we gotta stop being so negative. All people, not just my people, all people. We gotta stop. I'm a very positive person. Y'all have known me for years. I come on here, I laugh, I joke, we have a good time. Because life is too short for y'all to be running around, for everybody to be running around angry and upset. Life is too short. So if I could bring some joy to all y'all life, that's what I'm gonna do. If I can make y'all laugh with some crazy jokes or some crazy stories, that's what I'm gonna do. If I gotta scream at y'all and fuss at y'all and cuss at y'all to make y'all win money, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. And I always refer back to my basketball coach. My basketball coach had a big impact on my life because he's one of the first people that tell me, all right, I'm not doing this because I hate you. I'm doing this because I love you. I see that you have potential, and I'm going to do my best to bring it out in you. If I got to scream at you every day to make you shoot better or make you pass the ball better, that's what I'm going to do because I see something in you. Just like the same way I see something in all y'all. The same way. That's how my basketball coach used to be screaming at me and fussing at me all the time because I turned the ball over and I was out there trying to be Magic Johnson. And he used to scream at me all the time, y'all. It didn't hurt my feelings. Actually, it did. It did hurt my feelings. But then I start to understand that he was trying to help me. If he got to scream at me every day to help me get to the NBA, scream at my ass every day. I don't care. I'm gonna make it to the NBA. I'll be all right once I get to the NBA. Well, I ain't never make it to the NBA, but y'all know what I mean. So if I got to scream at y'all to put money in y'all pocket to help y'all with y'all lives, I'm gonna do it. If I got to cuss and fuss at y'all to put money in your pocket, I'm gonna do it because the ends justify the means. Because the ends justify the means, y'all. Yo, y'all get over it. I scream and fuss at y'all, and y'all go cash out $1,000 or go to the store and win $5,000. Y'all be all right. On that walk to the store, you won't even remember that I was screaming at y'all. Y'all be all right. And we all grown. It ain't like the first time somebody ever screamed at you in your life. Your parents used to scream at you. So pretend I'm your lottery parent and I'm screaming at y'all because I want to put money in your pocket. Pretend that. You can call me like your lottery parent. I'm screaming at y'all. Yep. Yes, it's part of Teresa. I'm from a totally different era of how I was raised by my parents. I'm from the 60s. My father used to scream at me every day. Guess what? It made me tougher. It made me a better man. He used to scream at me every day, call me all kinds of names. Made me tough. I remember one time my father smacked the shit out of me. I ain't shed a tear, y'all. My father smacked the shit out of me. I looked him dead in his eye. I ain't shed a tear. Because that's how tough I was by the end. By the time he finished cussing at me and fussing at me through all those years, that little smack on the face ain't bothered me. He made me tough. All being locked in the basement, calling me a jackass, telling me that he shot it in the corner that night instead of me being born. All the stuff he used to say to me, it just made me tough. Gave me tough skin. And by the time I was 17, 18, my skin was the toughest. By the time I was 17, 18, it wasn't shit he could say to me to hurt my feelings. Because that's the way he raised me, to be tough. Yep. And my father, trust me, father said everything under the sun to me. I remember my father used to lock me outside the house so he could take girls in there and have sex with them, He used to lock me outside the house. I remember my father put a chain on the refrigerator so I couldn't eat. A chain on the refrigerator, y'all. So I couldn't eat. And I could keep going. My father never attended any of my graduations. The last graduation my father attended for me was 5th grade. 5th grade, y'all. What about 8th grade? What about 12th grade? Never attended. My father showed up for one of my basketball games. And guess what he told me? You could have played better. You could have played better. That's what he told me. Not good game, son. First time he came to my basketball game. He told me I could have played better. I got hit by a car. My father told me I shouldn't be riding nobody's bikes anyway. He should have ran your ass all the way over. I told you not to be on nobody's bike. Should have ran your ass on all the way over. That's what he told me, man. The lady called my father when I got hit by a car on Hogarth Avenue. My father said, "Is he dead?" She said, "Huh? Is he dead? Huh? Well, he'd be all right then. He'd be all right." Got hit by a car on Hogarth Avenue. My father was tough. Tough. I told you. My father was rough. Told you 9 times 9, 18. Locked in the basement for months because I thought my dumb ass thought 9 times 9 was 18. And he used to make me write out my timetables every day, y'all. Every time I got it wrong, he sent me back down the basement. And I'm sitting on the basement step writing down all my timetables. And as soon as I thought I had them all right, I go to the top of the step and say, 9 times 9, 18. And my father said, take your dumb ass back down the basement until you get it right. Take your dumb ass back down the basement until you get it right. I ain't cry, y'all. That's why I can count so good now. I ain't cry. I went right down there and did them damn timetables again. Yep. And that's why I excelled in math when I got to high school, 8th grade, 9th grade. I was really good at math. Sat there and practiced that shit every day. Tough love, y'all. Tough love. Tough skin. That's why I don't let nothing bother me. Because that's the way my father raised me. So everything is hitting today, y'all. Everything. Everything is hitting. Everything. And Jersey has got a double 386. And the fireball, well, 386. What 386? 383. The fireball was 6. So that's the 638, y'all. I had to be tough. I had to be tough, y'all. I've taken care of myself. I've taken care of myself since I was in 6th grade. My parents got divorced. My father ain't give a damn. I took care of myself. I can put my cousin on the phone right now and they'll tell you. From 6th grade to high school, I took care of myself. Yep. Put clothes on my back, put money in my pocket. From the time I got to 8th grade, y'all, all that shit changed. Everything changed. By the time I got to 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, everything really changed. By the time I turned 18, I was living in my apartment, y'all. At 18. Most people still home with their parents at 18. My father told me, when you turn 18, you're a grown-ass man. My father called the cops on me when I was 18. The cops came and took me away. My wife right upstairs. My wife, no. She was my girlfriend at the time. Called the cops. Cops came there and took me away at 18. I was already had my apartment in January anyway. We talking about that was like June, July, August, something like that. Father said he don't want you here. You got to leave. Cops came and took me around all out of there like I had committed a crime. But once again, yo, all it did is made me tougher. That's all it did for me. South Carolina, y'all. Wow. 838 came out of South Carolina too, y'all. But the pick 4 hit 2508. Pick 4 hit, y'all. Yep. My father was a real son of a gun, y'all. Came home every Friday and drank Gordon's gin. Got drunk, started acting crazy, cussing everybody out, fussing and cussing everybody. That's why I can't lay in the bed. Can't lay in the bed as of this day, y'all. Because every single day I had to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Every single day. You ain't laying in no bed in this house. Not when we all up. Every single day, 7 days a week. I got up between 7 and 9. Saturday morning, I had to clean the house. Saturday morning, clean the whole house. Mop and glow. That little crazy looking mop. That Pledge Palmolive with the lemon smell. I remember all that shit like it was yesterday. Pledge furniture polish with the lemon smell. In the brown and yellow bottle. Spray can. And I'm sitting there. We used to have the big table, wooden table, the china cabinet, the picture of Martin Luther King on the wall, picture of John F. Kennedy on the wall. I remember all that shit like it was yesterday, y'all. Like it was yesterday. And the funny part, I used to like doing it. I used to like cleaning the house. I've never had a dirty house as a kid, y'all. Was never a dish in my sink as a kid. Wasn't allowed. Dishes in the sink. You must have lost your damn mind. You must have lost your damn mind, Lee. What's you ain't wash out your plate. What you? Your hands broke? You better not leave no plate in no sink in my house or my parents' house. You out your damn mind. Can't even imagine living it. You better wash that shit out. Parents ain't play that. Mm-mm. And when you get up from that table, you take that plate to the sink and you wash it out. You push that chair in, you get up from the table, you take that plate to the sink and you wash it out with some uh, Palmolive, Palmolive dishwashing liquid, the green Palmolive dishwashing liquid. You go wash that plate out. Yup, crazy y'all. And it's 6 of us, and I'm the fourth oldest. My sisters had it worse. My sisters had it worse, y'all. I got 3 sisters older than me. They had it worse. My my sister was in charge of. My sister was in charge of me. My sister is 1 year older than me. She was responsible for my well-being. And I better not come home without my coat. I better not come home without my joy. I remember that too, joy. I better not come home without my hat. I better not come home without my gloves. I better not come home without it. Because my sister Pumpkin, right next to me, you was responsible for him. That means you ain't doing your job. What was you doing that your brother left his coat in school? Did you see him walk home without no coat? Man, please. My parents ain't play none of that stuff, y'all. And if if somebody fighting your sister, one of them boys or girls fighting your sister, y'all all better be fighting. If one of them people bothering your brothers and sisters, all y'all better be fighting. Or I'm beating all y'all ass. That's my dad. That's my dad. I'm beating all y'all ass. If your brother and sister get in a fight and y'all ain't helping them, I'm beating your ass for not helping. Then I'm gonna send you back outside to fight again. Then you're going back outside to fight again after I finish beating your ass. So that was my dad right there. My dad was crazy, y'all. My dad was so crazy. He told me to put some. If the people follow me home from school, on the way home from school, all you gotta do is put some bottles and some pipes and stuff like that and sticks in the bushes. As soon as they following you, as soon as you follow, you grab that pipe or stick out the bush and you hit them with it, and they'll leave you alone. Let them follow you home. Walk right near that bush, you grab that pipe or stick out the bush and you bust them over the head with it. That's what my father used to tell me. Bust them over the head with that stick. They'll leave you alone. That's what my father used to tell me. My father told me to put some tape around a razor blade and cut them. He told me put some tape around a razor blade and cut them. I said, Dad, ain't that gonna like kill him? Ain't he gonna bleed to death? Don't worry about it. He shouldn't have been messing with you. Don't worry about it. Cut his ass. You know the country people. My father from South Carolina. Cut his ass. He'll leave you alone, man. People used to pick on me all the time because I was little and skinny. They used to pick on me all the time. But my sisters had my back. My sisters used to fight for me because I couldn't fight. My sisters, I told you I got 3 older sisters and a younger sister. And they used to fight for me. My sister right next to me, she couldn't fight good, but she had a lot of mouth. She had a lot of mouth, y'all. Couldn't fight good, but she could scare you with vocabulary. You like, damn, she sound like she about to. There you go, socks and rocks. She sound like she about to beat my ass. Nah, she just got strong vocabulary. She can't fight either. She's got strong vocabulary. Yep. But my father didn't play that stuff, y'all. My mom the same way. Told you to lock my mom up for beating up kids. Kids that was bothers. My mom went around and beat her ass. They locked my mom up for that. You better not bother her kids. My mom ain't play that shit. If you bother my kids, you bothering me. That was my mom mentality. Yep. You messing with my kids, you messing with me. And my mom, she ain't had no problem putting her foot in your ass. No problem whatsoever. Pennsylvania hit, y'all. The 548 came out in Pennsylvania, y'all. Wow. Incredible, y'all. 548 with the fireball. Same 548 I told y'all to play yesterday. Came out with the fireball in Pennsylvania, y'all. I was gonna call my cousins. And a 396. Yep. Yeah. Wow. My address, 2809 North Taylor Street. Oh yeah, I have my mom personality. I have. We go from 0 to 100 in an instant. We could be laughing and joking with you 1 minute, and sitting there cussing y'all in the next. That's my mom personality. Yep. All right, so everything hitting y'all. South Carolina, that hit too. I remember when no, they got the 838. I remember when we first moved to West Oak Lane back in 1972, and we were the new family in the block, and all those kids used to harass us. And I told you, my dad went out there with a fake gun. My dad went out there with a fake gun, and my mom fought the girls. That's how my parents were, you know. Mm-mm. And shout out to all my friends in Virginia. Last night hit the 246 straight. Shout out to all them. Wow. My parents didn't play, y'all. Parents didn't play. And when my parents got divorced when I was in sixth grade, I was on my own. My brothers and sisters left. My brothers and sisters left when I was in sixth grade. I ain't see my brothers and sisters again until I was going to ninth grade. I ain't see my brothers and sisters again for 3 years. I was on my own. Yep. Next time I see my sister walking down the hallway at my school, I was like, "Where you come from?" I ain't seen her almost 3 years. Crazy, ain't it, yo? I ain't seen my brothers and sisters in almost 3 years. My friends in my classroom was telling me this. Hey, Art, there's a family of people look just like you that live next door to me. It's like the family of people that look just like me live next door. So say, yeah, they live in Germantown. Like they do. I'm living in West Oak Lane. They do. Those are my brothers and sisters. Then one day, walking down the hallway, my sister came walking down the hallway from the other end. That's how I found out that me and my sister were going to the same school, y'all. I ain't seen her in like 3 years since I graduated from fifth grade. Crazy. Well, so I turned to the streets. Sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade, ninth grade, started hanging with the wrong crowd. Yep. But I was taking care of myself, though. I was taking care of myself. Yep. And then that's when I met my wife. Met my wife in 1976. Well, seeing my wife walking down the street one day, I said, "There were penny from good times. I got to get her." My wife walking down the street in her little Catholic school clothes, looking just like Janet Jackson. I said, "Oops, got to get her. She looked like Janet Jackson." And my wife back then looked just like Janet Jackson on TV. Oh, got to get that. Yep. Sat there and watched her for like 3 years. Yep. Finally had the courage to go up and say something to her. Yep. And we went together all through high school. Went together all through high school. And then I got too cool, too big for my bridges, and I broke up with her. Once I got to 12th grade, I was too cool. I can't go with you. I got older women chasing after me. You know, found out that older women like me. I was like, oh shit. You only in 10th grade. I got grown women chasing after me. Grown women with houses, cars, chasing after me. I said, shit, I gotta dump you. So I dumped my girlfriend, my high school girlfriend. And for 33 years, y'all, I always wondered what happened to her. For 33 years, I wondered what happened to my high school crush, my high school girlfriend. Then one day, I was going down the street in my own neighborhood, and I seen her house. I said, damn, I wonder who lived in that house there. I wonder who lived in my old girlfriend's house on the corner of my block. I wonder who lived there. So I knocked on the door. Knocked on the door and said, damn, who lived here? I said, damn, Miss Austin, you still live here? Damn, Miss Austin, last time I seen you, I was 17. Now I'm 49. Can't believe you still live in this house. It's been 33 years. Damn. Sat there and talked to her for a little while. I said, how's your daughter doing? He said, Rise going fine. said, if I have her phone number, I'd like to take her out. I'd like to see her. I ain't seen her since she was in high school. I was wondering how she looked. Called her up and said, hey, Roz, it's Spanky. My nickname Spanky. Hey, Roz, Spanky. I love to take you out, take you to dinner and stuff. And I just started working, and talk about the old times of playing Pac-Man, Mystical Man, Space Invaders, Galaga, Galaxian, the pinball machine, Ace of Hearts, all the stuff we used to do in the arcade when we was kids. Talk about all the old times. So playing this big date for Friday. Playing this big date for Friday. Got the restaurant, meet you over in Jersey and everything. Lilo's restaurant. Come Thursday night, y'all ain't got no check. Thursday night, I ain't got no check. Had about $40 in my name. Knowing I can't go to a restaurant with $40, what we gonna eat? Called up and say, hey, Roz, I know we got this big date on Friday, but I can't pay for it. She says, Spanky, don't worry about it, I'll pay for it. So my wife paid for my first date. My wife paid for my first date. So I go to the restaurant, I'm waiting for her, and my wife walks in there, and she looks just like she did in high school, y'all. Ain't changed one bit. Ain't changed one bit. She was a little tiny girl that wore size 0 in high school, and she walked in there, she wore size 6. I'm looking at her like, wow, you gained like 10 pounds since high school. So we sit at the table, we're talking, and we talk about all the stuff we did as kids and everything. And I looked her dead in her face and said, you know what? I'm gonna marry you. I'm gonna marry you. I've always loved you. I always wondered what happened to you. Now that I got you back in my life, I'm never gonna let you go again. So, bought her a diamond engagement ring, took her to Vegas and married her. And we've been married ever since. Well, she thought I was crazy. Nope, not crazy. And now here's the crazy part. I told you me and my wife grew up together. Our address is 7858. My address 7958. My mother's birthday is December 7th. My mother's birthday is December 9th. My stepdaughter's birthday is December 19th. My birthday is December 20th. Me and her father worked at the same job 50 years apart, which is crazy. And the founder of Home and Order, he loaned Mr. Austin the car to go to the hospital and have my wife. Yep, Mr. Austin didn't even have a car back then. Mr. Holman Auto, Mr. Holman gave him the car so he can go to the hospital and have my wife. And I verified that story at the company picnic. At the Christmas party, I was talking to her at the Christmas party when I used to work for Home and Order. Crazy, man. Me and my wife, when we broke up, she lived around the corner from me in high school. When I moved back to my neighborhood in 1996, she was around the corner. I didn't even know. Yeah, she was living right around the corner from me. I didn't even know it, y'all. Which is crazy. When I used to go through my old neighborhood, I seen her car used to be parked outside. Didn't even know it. And when I seen it for the first time, y'all, I was like, wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Sitting there looking like, damn, you was pretty as ever. Pretty as ever. And my wife still looks the same today, y'all. Still looks the same. Yep. Picture 19 minutes ago. Still got the same everything. When I sit there and I look at her, I said, wow, you haven't changed a bit. And and in 50 years, you haven't changed a bit. And if y'all think I'm joking, and I tell you my wife, if y'all think I'm joking, I told you my wife used to look like Janet Jackson. That's my wife now. That's my wife when she was a kid. I told you she looked like Janet Jackson when I was growing up. That's how she looked when she'd be walking down the street past my house. That's how my wife looked now. That's her in her car. That's me and her together right now. So y'all know that's me. And that's me. But that's what I used to see when I was a kid. That's what I used to see walking past my house. Yep. And I said, I got to get her. I'm going to get Penny from Good Times. I'm going to get her. Took me a little while, but I got her. Took me a little while, but I got her. Yep. So, all right, y'all. Make sure y'all play that 120. Thanks. Thanks. Make sure y'all play that 129 through 120. That one. Uh, oh, you asked me the same thing. I'll play it all day. It's coming out. All right. All right, y'all. I'll be back on at 7 o'clock tonight. If y'all had a sent you a text, I'll read it, Sean. I'll read it in a second. It's best to call me, Sean. I get like 18,000 texts a day. So the best thing is to pick up the telephone and call me. Because I get a lot of texts I have to read all day long. Call me on that number, Sean. And I spoke with a good friend of mine now. I really enjoyed the conversation from Bobby, OB, and All Noise. We had a great time on the phone, y'all. I felt as though I've known this lady for 30 years. I was on the phone with her for like 30 minutes. Being Chicago, Illinois. We had a great conversation about life, y'all. Great conversation. Same thing with my man Trell. I was on the phone with Trell today. I was telling him all about my childhood. Me growing up when I wasn't lottery guru. When I was smoking weed and drinking 40s, Old English 800, Colt 45. Missing some Blue Bull, Mickey's, Colt 45, Old English 800s. I'm missing some. Those are all my. No, right after this podcast, Sean. Right after this podcast. Damn, I'm missing some of the beers I used to drink when I was a kid. I've been drinking. My father used to give me beer in the baby bottle, you know. I can call my sisters on the phone right now. They'll tell you. He used to give me beer in the baby bottle. My father. If y'all think I'm bullshitting, I'll call my sister. She'll tell y'all. And I remember that my family couldn't afford a crib, so I used to sleep in the dresser drawer. I used to sleep in the dresser drawer. Couldn't afford a crib. Yep. It's 6 of us. We all right next to each other. Mad Dog 2020. That was around. We used to drink that, but that wasn't like really, really popular. We used to drink Taylor's Port. Taylor's Port was our popular wine. And that and Yago Sangria. Taylor's Port and Yago Sangria, y'all. But the Taylor's Port is still around today. They made it popular in songs and stuff, but I used to drink that stuff when I was like 12. Man, what's the other beer? I can't believe I'm forgetting it. I'm picturing the Blue Bull because the Blue Bull is Colt 45, but it's a Blue Bull bottle. And the Old English 800 and Colt 45. It was another beer that was really popular besides Budweiser and Miller's. Budweiser and Miller's is the cheap beers. You know, you can get like a 30 pack for like $4. That was a cheap beer back then. And vodka, gin, rum, all that stuff. We used to drink all that stuff. But the Taylor's Port was our wine of choice. Because you could drink a little bit Taylor's Port, it get tore up. Have you someplace throwing up your guts stuff. I had a wild childhood, y'all. All I did was smoke, drink, hang with my friends, chase after shapers. Yep. And chase after women. That's all I did. From 6th grade all the way up to 12th grade, y'all. Old English 800. Yep. Yes. Red Bull. Oh yeah, definitely the Red Bull. How about that, Elliot? Um, what's that stuff they call liquid crack? What's the alcohol they call liquid? Liquid. Oh, I mean, boy, the splits. Oh my, that's my dad drink. What's the? We start drinking that later on. What's the stuff they call liquid? What's up, Devin? What's that drink they call y'all? Um, and it's like 90% alcohol and like 10% water. Cisco. Thank you, Elliot. Godly. When that shit came out, y'all, Cisco. Oh my God. Like Ford Loco. That's another one. That's the other one my boys used to drink. Ford Loco. Oh my God. That's like you take one sip of that shit and you drunk. One one little sip and you drunk. That's the new stuff now, Ken. But that Cisco from back in the day and that Ford Loco, man, you can drink a cup full of ass be drunk. A teacup. I don't know what they had in that Cisco. That Cisco stuff must have been like 99% alcohol and 1% water. We used to drink that too. But drinking 40s, we used to drink like 40s every single day. And Bruce and Brian, y'all remember like it was always that one guy. It was always that one guy that did not drink. Um, what do they call it? Backflash, back splash, backsplash. You drinking a 40 and you drinking it like it's a baby bottle champagne. Yeah, and it's always got it's like you don't know how to drink right. And we used to tease him like, "We gotta put a wow, damn, the punch, the punch." There's always that one person that I drink right, and then he pass you the bottle after he had put all the back. Yeah, that's what it's called, backwash. Thanks, Elliot. Damn, Elliot, you must have been drinking with my friends. There's always that one person. He don't know how to drink right, and then he want to pass you the bottle. That's the same way when we used to smoke weed. It's always that guy that used to wet up the weed. Y'all know what I'm talking about? He's smoking the weed, but then he pass it back to you. It's all wet and soggy. There's always that one person don't know how to smoke the weed right. And we was like, damn, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? Listen, it's your first day. This is your first day smoking weed. What's wrong with you? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Bruce. There's always that one person. And God forbid you ever drop the bottle. You drop the bottle and break the bottle, you gotta go to the store. Damn, we didn't get a hand, we didn't get the bottle in no hands. We used to call people like that no hands. We didn't get the damn bottle in no hands. He done dropped the shit on the ground. Damn, you done bust the bottle. Now you gotta go to the store and get another one. Yep. What's up, Clarence? And don't wet up the J. We used to call it the J. Don't wet up the J. Damn. Well, what you need? A nipple on a joint or something? You don't know how to smoke? Sloppy mouth. There you go. Yeah. The hell? Making love to the blunt. Yeah. What the hell? Damn, dude, what's wrong with you and shit? Somebody get them a mouthpiece. This boy need a mouthpiece. You know how you wear a mouthpiece in football? This boy need a mouthpiece. You don't even know how to smoke and shit. Yo, puff pass. Pass him. Go right past him. Go right past, skip him. Puff pass, but skip him. He ain't in the rotation. He ain't in the rotation no more, Clarence. The boy done went up to Jay. You don't want to go behind him. He done made it all soggy and shit and want to give it to you. Nah. Puff pass. Skip right past him. He done went up to Jay. And then, or we say he fumbled. Man, you pass the bottle to him and he fumbled. Nah, you can't pass the bottle to him. Nah, he done messed up now. He done fumbled. No, nope, skip him, pass. Yup. Stop holding. Oh, that's the other thing, Brian. Damn, dude, what you over here making love? You making love to the damn when you gonna let it go? You smoking. Damn, dude, damn, how many hits you gonna have? You over there making love to it. Yo, pass that shit. I mean, pass that stuff. Pass that stuff. Damn, I'm flashing back to when I was 18, 17. Damn, boy, what the hell? Damn. Well, you over there selfish over there making love to it. Pass the shit. I mean, pass the stuff. You over here smoking forever. And then everybody had their own personal. We used to call it personal. Like keep the best weed for yourself. We used to call that the personal. Damn, dude, can I get some of your personal? Damn. Damn, you know you got all the good weed and shit. You hiding that shit. Pat, come on, man. Let's get some of your personal, because that was the best weed. You kept it to yourself without all the 3 puffs in the past. That's what Brian 3. But my buddy, I was telling Trell this. I had a friend growing up, y'all. This boy always had weed 100% of the time. 100%. He used to keep weed in his hat. He used to have, he used to go like this, y'all. Pull out some weed from out of his hat, y'all. He was the first person I ever seen carry weed around in his hat. Carry weed around in his hat, y'all. And he was always high. He was always high. He wake up in the morning, the first thing he do, y'all, before he eat his cereal, smoke some weed. Before he brush his teeth, he would smoke weed. Every day, this boy was always high. Every single day. And then, yeah, it's too crazy. Too crazy, y'all. My boys, when I was growing up, every single day, smoke weed, rap, smoke weed, learn how to DJ, and chase after women. That's all we did. Run DMC it just came out. Run DMC and stuff just came out. Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five just came out first with the message. Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes to make me wonder how I keep on going under. I still know the song. That was the first rap song I learned. Or um Treacherous 3. Treacherous 3. I got the song in my mind with the Treacherous 3. We're gonna rock from the bottom to the top. I remember that song and Sugar Hill Gang. Sugar Hill Gang just came out. A hip hop, hippie to the hippie to the hip to hop. You don't stop the rocket to the bang bang boogie. The up jump the boogie to the mother boogie beat. Now what you hear is not a threat. I'm rocking to the beat. It's me, the groove, and my friends are gonna rock. We're gonna try to move your feet. I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello from the black to the black. Rappers delight. There you go. That was the first rap song I learned. All day long, me and my friends would sit there and practice those songs, y'all. Because all my friends wanted to be rappers. I could never be a rapper because I couldn't rap. Yep, I couldn't rap, y'all. But all day long, that's all my friends did. And by the time Run DMC and them came out, y'all, all my friends bought leather pants, leather jackets, leather Kango, everything. That whole Run DMC kit, the big chains, the big dookie ropes, the whole thing, the whole nine, y'all. All my friends bought all that stuff. Me, I just wore tracksuits. That's all I did. I wore tracksuits. I ain't getting all that stuff. 120 to 129, Queen. No, could I dance, Devin? Did I tell you they called me Cripple Foot in school? That was my name in school, Cripple Foot. Because my feet turned in like this. I used to walk like this, and the kids called me Cripple Foot. I couldn't dance. I had two left feet. Two left feet. Couldn't dance. Nope. Wrong person. I was no Fred Astaire. I was no Michael Jackson. Couldn't dance. Yep. Told you I couldn't even talk, let alone dance. Yep. 575. Oh. It was crazy. But one thing that I knew how to do, I knew how to look cool. I knew how to look cool, Duffy. That's all I could do. Breakdancing and stuff came out while we were in high school. But I knew how to look cool though. So nah, I could bop. Oh, I could do that now. I learned that from my parents. I know how to bop. Yep. My parents told me how to do that. Yep. So, but my whole thing when I was young, y'all, was that by the time I got to 21 and I started going to clubs, it was a wrap. When I got to when I got to 18, when I turned 18, that's when I found out that like older women like me. It was a wrap after that. When I was 18, and I started to find out like women like 25, 26, they used to like me. It was a wrap. Yep. And then I started to understand that older women wanted the same thing that younger women wanted. They just wanted a good time. Once I learned that, y'all, it was over with. I got to the bank in 1983, 1985, y'all, and all these older women used to like me. Say no more. Say no more. That's all I had to find out. I was a wild dude, even though I didn't look like it. Just give me a call after this, Derek. Derek, call me on 1-856-375-7379. Yep. I was a new young person at the bank, y'all. New young person. And word got around that they thought I was single. I had a girlfriend when I was at the bank. They thought I was single. So all the girls at the bank, Sandra, you just don't know. I was out there terrorizing them, y'all. Sandra, I was like, you can be next. You can be next. You could be next. You could be next. You could be next. Yep. I was young. I was 19. I was 19. Um, I was in school by then. I was in school, going to school for computer programming by then. Me and my wife broke up in high school. Me and my wife broke up in high school. By then, I was already in high school attending. It was just so funny, y'all. Oh yeah, I've definitely got to make a T-shirt for that. Yeah. For the person I told you I was in Cincinnati, I was in Ohio. For the people of Ohio, here's where I did my seminar in Ohio. I was in downtown Cincinnati. I got the videos too, y'all. I mean, I got to go on my phone to find a video from the seminar I did in Cincinnati. Yep. Some of the videos I'm putting out. That's my chain right now, y'all. Oh, I left my chain upstairs. So. Black Panther is one of my idols. Black Panther. I do my chain, my Black Panther chain. That's my idol. Black Panther. King of Wakanda. My wife bought me that for Christmas. And she knows that I'm a big Black Panther fan. And then she bought me my other favorite thing. Larry Guru, y'all. Bobblehead. Pop thing, whatever it's called. That's me. I'm a 40 fan. And I got lottery tickets in my hand. I got my cell phone in my hand. My wife made this for me. She got that made for me. My wife is the most thoughtful person I know, y'all. She always thinks about it. She always thinks about us or me, whatever you want to say. And I told you I was so crazy. When I first got with her and she was buying me all these clothes, I told her she was trying to change me. Why are you trying to buy me all these nice things? Because you came to my house with a green trash bag and Xbox. You ain't got no damn clothes. I was like, oh, that's why. I thought you was trying to change me. You trying to change me to the person you want me to be. Look, dumb. You ain't got no clothes. You ain't got no damn clothes to wear. I was like, oh, yeah, that is true. Got no clothes, huh? Got no clothes. Why are you trying to change me? You trying to make me be the person. That's my insecurity. Man. You trying to make me be the person you want me to be by giving me nice things. Man, funny. I laugh about it now, y'all. Trying to give me nice things. I dare you. Give me nice things. You know how hard it is out there, y'all. Ladies, y'all know how hard it is to find a good man. And all the gentlemen, all the dudes in here. Y'all know how hard it is to find a good woman. You know how hard it is to find one? A good woman or find a good man that you can have faith in and trust in, that love you and respect you and just want to take care of you and help you have a better life. You know how hard it is to find somebody like that? Man, I thank God every single day for my wife. I thank God every single day, y'all. Wake up in the morning, that's the first thing I do. Thank God for my wife. You know, I was in a abusive relationship for 17 years. So I know the other side. I know the other side, you know. I know the difference when someone loves you and respects you and care about you and want the best for you. And then I know the opposite. When someone don't give a damn about you, don't give a damn what happens to you, don't care about your ass. Because I was in that relationship for 17 years. I was in that relationship for 17 years, yo. Stingy, selfish person, don't give a damn about nothing but themselves. And I stayed married to her for 17 years, trying to make it work, hoping one day that she gonna change. Yep. And one day, y'all, I woke up and said, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm getting the hell out of here. Tired of this shit. Tired of her cussing at me, tired of her fussing at me, tired of her getting drunk, tired of coming home, not knowing what I'm gonna find. Tired of this shit. I did that for 17 years. I used to hate coming to my house. I come home from work, I used to hate coming through my front door. Yep. And I'm so glad I decided to go visit my family in Jersey when I lived in Philadelphia. And that night, that week, wherever it was, I decided I ain't never coming back. And well, she helped me with the process because when I got there, all my stuff was sitting outside. Kind of help with the process. Well, all your belongings are sitting outside on the step. Kind of help with the process, y'all. Yep. And then my stepdaughter told me that I couldn't stay at her house. Stepdaughter told me I couldn't stay at her house. The house that I got her. The job that I got her. I put her through college. Told me I couldn't stay at her house. Hmm. And from that moment on, I said, I'm going to look at you totally different. I'm going to look at you totally differently. And for the last 15 years, I do look at you totally different. One thing about me, you screw me over, and I treat you the same. And I use the nice word, screw me over, and I treat you the same. All I done for you, and this how you treat me, all I done for you. So, and the crazy part, she still got the house and still got the job right now. So I went to go stay with my sister Dee, and she's a former police officer. Former police officer. My sister passed away a couple of years ago, and everything was cool. Everything was cool. My sister got funny ways though. She could turn off all the lights at 7 o'clock. You had to go to bed by 8 o'clock. My sister used to turn off all the lights in her house, and you had to go to bed by 8 o'clock. I'm a grown ass man, and I got to be at the bed by 8 o'clock. And my sister didn't feed you a lot of food. She gave you like portions, like like a kid's meal. Like she give you a half a sandwich, split a half a cheese steak with you, give you a half a bottle of beer, give you a half a can of beer. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's so funny. And my sister, when it come to money, she ain't believe in paying you a lot of money and giving you a lot of money. My sister will loan you a dollar, Devin. My sister will loan you a dollar, but don't ask her for two. She will loan you $1, but don't ask her for two because the answer gonna be no. So my sister had me clean up a whole backyard, y'all. 15, 15 bags of leaves. 15 bags of leaves. And she gave me a cheesesteak and a can of beer. And I'm not making this story up, y'all. She gave me a cheesesteak and a can of beer. I raked up 15 bags of leaves. And that's all she gave me, y'all. I think she probably gave me like 20 bucks. Something like that. My sister was tight with her money. But she let me live with her for a while, y'all. And then one day she just woke up and said, I don't take care of no grown men. You gotta get out. And that's when I started living in the garage. That's when I started living in the garage. Yep. I ain't had no place to go. My brother lived far away. My other sister lived in Jersey. My phone got cut off. I couldn't call nobody. And I just started, sleeping in the garage. Yep. In my own neighborhood. I'm sleeping in the garage in the neighborhood I've lived in for 17 years. Yep. And those same people, they used to see me every day getting dressed up, going to work, dressed up in my suit and tie, was the same people making fun of me every day. Same people making fun of me. Damn, look at Pookie over there. Damn, Spike that fell off. He out there walking on his ankles now. Damn, dude, what you was playing ball? You smelled like you played 8 games of ball. That's the stuff they were saying to me. You smell like you played 8 games of ball. Damn, dude, what you run out of deodorant? Hell, that's how I was walking around, y'all. That's when the recreation center guy started letting me watch up in the recreation center. And then I went over to the 7-Eleven one day, and that's when the guy told me that I could come back and he gave me a bag of food. Yeah. And then I got the job counseling inmates home from prison, and the rest is history after that. All this stuff happened to me after ABC News shot my news story. After ABC News shot my news story, my life went downhill, y'all. Fast, like a roller coaster, downhill. Yep. And now I drive through that neighborhood in my brand new car, in my brand new house, and I look at my ex friends. They still on the street corner, still talking dumb shit, still cracking jokes, still not doing nothing, still standing in the same place I left them 15 years ago. Still there. Damn, Spank, you doing good for yourself, man. I see you on Facebook and stuff, man. You doing real good, man. I see you out there getting that money and everything. Damn, man. Damn, put me down. Nah, everything ain't for everybody. Man. Everything ain't for everybody. That's what I thought. Everything ain't for everybody. I seen him a couple times in the last 15 years, though. Seen about 3 or 4 times in the last 15 years. I'm too busy focused on y'all, man. I don't look behind me. I don't live in the past. Especially if you screw me over. Nope. So I don't have really any interaction with any of those people from my past, y'all. Yep. He said we want to. I don't have any interaction. None whatsoever, y'all. What's in the past is in the past. Yep. I stand alone. It's me and my wife. Yep. I barely deal with my own family. I barely deal with my own family. It's just me and my wife. Person who had my back since I was 15. Actually, since I was 12. Me and my wife. That's it. And I got 3 other sisters and a brother. I don't deal with nobody. I talk to y'all more than I talk to my own family. I talk to y'all more than I talk to my own family. I need support from people when I'm not in the room. I need support from people when I'm not in the room. Don't want to support me now that I'm up. You ain't do shit for me when I was down. When I was down there, you ain't do a damn thing for me. Now that I'm up, don't come here with your hand out now. Because I'm going to tell you, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm going to tell you. Like, let me borrow this, let me borrow that, let me that. Nope. Don't think that's a good idea. Where was you at when I needed you? I'm not going to allow you to use me now. Where was you at when I needed you? When I was struggling? Where you at? Your ass is no place to be found. And you didn't give a damn. Some of my family members didn't even give a damn because I asked them could I live with them. And they said no. I asked some of my family members could I live with them. They said no. I guess I was too stinky and dirty. It was like, man, we ain't let this homeless person live with us. Man, it smelled like a skunk. Let them live with us. Yep. I was so I was so desperate for a job. I went to my interview on the wrong day. I went there 3 days early. When I first got the job working at Kentucky, counseling inmates as CEO, I went there 3 days early. It's like, dude, your interview ain't till Wednesday. like, I'm here early. We're a couple days early. And that could have went two ways, y'all. They could have said, this guy don't know even the day of the weekend. They don't even know when this whole interview is. This guy ain't working out. Or they could have said, this guy, his job. He showed up 3 days early. Showed up 3 days early for his job. They gave me the job, y'all. Gave me the job. I had no experience working in corrections, and they gave me the job. My, my background was social services and finance. They gave me the job. That's when y'all see my boy Vargas coming here. Me and Vargas used to work together. And one of the best jobs I ever had, y'all. One of the best jobs I ever had. He called me on the voicemail. Sean Joe. I got you. After the podcast, you can call me on the phone, and then I can answer and talk. Sean Jones. I can't talk to you on the phone when I'm doing the podcast. I'm in the middle of a podcast, so I can't talk. Call me on 1-856-375-7379 after the podcast. Then I can talk. Thanks, Sean. Call me after the podcast. Call me after the podcast. All right. So it's funny, y'all. Derek, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. There was a time in my life when I wasn't doing great, but I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I got a lot of wonderful friends. I meet new people every single day, and I'm out here changing people's lives. I'm out here changing people's lives. I'm doing what God has attended me to do in my eyes. I believe that God has a road in life that He wants all of us to walk on. That's what I believe. Y'all can believe what y'all want to believe. That's y'all entitled to that. But what I believe is that God had a road for me to walk on. And I had to walk on that road through life to get where I'm at today. Yep. So I'm not bitter about it. Call me again then, Sean. I can only take 3 phone calls at a time, Sean. You might call when 10 other people is calling at the same time. And you hit real bad. I need you to pick up the phone and call me real bad, Sean. I need you to pick up the phone and call me real bad after this. What state you in, Sean? What state you in, Sean? Sean Jones. New Jersey hits every day. Every single day, Sean. I got you. Call me after this, man. I got you. Bobby Cole in South Carolina. What's up, Bob? Now let me go, y'all. Let me go.